Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Will, look in the camera, look in the camera.
Will, this is for the Leavers video. What do you have to say to everyone gathered in the hall whilst they're watching this?
Your mum! Your mum!
Let's go, get it out!
The thing we want to start with is just plain and simple, what do you think of our year group?
I think you guys are one of the most united year groups I think we've ever had in the school, in terms of the complete breakdown in barriers, of cliques, anything like that. I think you guys are incredibly together, incredibly tight, and slightly lazy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say a few words to my old year group. Just wanted to wish you all the best for the future. You've been absolutely amazing throughout all this year, and we've had really good times together, as we were talking earlier, the Fort Park trip in year 11. There was also the paintballing trip. All these things, really, you've really been role models around the school. And I've been really proud of being your head of year.
I think, obviously, it's been definitely my favourite year group because I've had such a big involvement with you guys from minute one, really, since I've been at the school.
I think they're funny, highly amusing. I'm not sure how much work they get done, but...
You are, as a collective, absolutely amazing, and as individuals, you're amazing, and it's been such a privilege to work with you.
Yeah, it's a strange one because I've become strangely fond of you, in spite of perhaps not teaching you as much as I have done other year groups. In fact, there was a big period between sort of your year 9 and I guess even this year, the upper sixth, where I had very little contact with you as a year group, and yet when I was asked to prepare for this, I found a whole range of things that I sort of could talk about, and I've realised that I have quite a sort of strong affection.
Hello, Leavers of 2016. I'm Mr. Collins. I left the school 3 years ago, so some of you won't know who I am, some of you have long forgotten me, and some of you probably tried to put me out of your minds rather quickly.
You really get a flavour of a year group when you see like Fashion and Talent, and when you see Rag Week, and like the house plays and house music and all that sort of stuff.
Sad to say for you guys, I don't have any real horror stories when I was a head of year, for maybe to have a few laughs about. You actually were quite pleasant, weren't beating each other up and stealing each other's mobile phones that I knew about. You weren't running away from school, that sort of thing, being unpleasant to teachers, so it was relatively easy being your head of year.
And I really enjoyed seeing the other side in house music and things with your grime squads, and there's a little bit of American style rap mixed in there, if my ear didn't deceive me. And it's that refusal to recognise how the judging system works and just do what you want anyway that I really enjoy about your year group. A kind of stubborn refusal to learn from previous errors. Really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'd just say that, yeah, really good bunch of people, just very helpful, want to do their best for the school, get involved in a bit of everything. So yeah, just thoroughly good bunch of people, basically.
Committed.
I think they use the concept of pretending to work hard is actually harder than actually doing some work.
They all did it.
Very good at that.
Kieran doesn't pretend.
I think the defining characteristic probably is your sense of community and your sense of participation in the school, and I really think that if I bumped into one of you in 15 years, that you'll still be socialising with each other, and that you'll still be, because you are, I think, one of the closest knit year groups that we've ever had through the school, and you've done more for the school than any year group that I can remember. So no, you've been amazing, and it's been an absolute privilege to be sort of involved with you guys for the last 4 years.
Peggy 12.
Advert is brought to you by Sony Africa Corporation.
I'm having so much fun playing these bongos.
I want some bongos too.
The wait is over.
I have some bongos.
Now we can jam together.
Let's go.
Hey. Good to see you. Come on in, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, okay. All right, okay. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Bad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Can we go back? This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Nah, can I kick it? Thank you, yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me, go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on Shark Week. Raw, time to go off, gone, deuces goodbye. I got a world to see, and my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer, nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now, sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
Can we go back? This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back. This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
So we put our hands
possibly an interesting story that you have regarding this year's upset?
A few ski trips have been amazing. Cameron, well, I'm not sure it's a fond memory, but clattering into the ski instructor this year. This is more to humiliate Cameron than a fond memory, really. But for those of you who don't know, our lovely ski instructor Joe was hospitalised by Cameron for his sort of clueless, indirectional skiing.
I remember nearly fainting when I found out that Andrew Stiles got the top mark in classics in GCSE on results day. Like, I saw stars because I was that shocked.
I always believed in you, Andy.
I think the way that you as a group have bonded together and been role models for a lot of the younger students has been amazing. I see some of the things that you guys have put on. I know some of the Lowsick are taking over now, but the Fashion and Talent, the Rag Week, all these kind of things have been amazing.
But most of my memories come from taking you for rugby.
For me, it's just, I suppose, the rugby.
I suppose most of them would revolve around rugby.
First of all, when I got you in grade 8, the main thing was that you hadn't won very many games. In fact, you were pretty rubbish.
The journey from being, to put it mildly, dreadful in year 10 to being really kind of an amazing team that's achieved so much through the first and the seconds over the last 2 years has been amazing.
Just the amount of commitment and kind of the leadership of the Joe Lawrences and Rexes, people like that, and just their commitment to rugby and their want to get better and better.
I kept on hoping that maybe we'd find a scrum half from somewhere and that maybe Michael McGrath might grow.
There have been some really memorable stories along the way. I suppose favourite moments are beating Fisher was always up high on the list. And just seeing individuals get better and better and better and love their rugby and grow into a team. Obviously, rugby's also included some of the biggest lows, or the biggest low. But to see how people have coped this year says everything about all the people that have been involved as men. And so that's been amazing.
But I have to say I did enjoy taking the rugby despite the poor results.
I think about some of the memories I have of your year group. Some of the things that I like to do also is watch, obviously, sport. I don't watch enough rugby, but I think some of the best moments have been able to get down to Clockhouse and watch the first 15 play rugby. Again, it's fantastic to see people bond together as a group, and I think you're a really tight year group, and I respect you for that.
We went to Barbados cricket tour, and we sort of had some good times there and sort of some enjoyable experiences. So for me, that was nice to see people in a different environment.
I like to have fun.
I can have fun if I want to.
See,
This is my dancing at Momo's. Dancing at Momo's was live.
Some of the freeze points, like some of the action shots of Chris Momo's up
with him and Nav as well.
Student-led lessons have always been very fun, especially when the plenary is to analyse Harry's modelling photos.
Mr. Majumdar's modelling photos cropping up on pieces of history work that have been submitted to me has been particularly joyous.
Would you call him a model student in more than one sense of the word?
Absolutely a model student. The model student.
Our nickname for him is Adonis Majunda.
Blue Steel Majunda, he has been known as. Magnum Majunda.
For me, it's the mixture of terror and pride when someone showed me the video which took place in MA5, which was of certain Harlem Shake, with Toba and Chetta kind of wagging about various things.
That was you lot?
Yeah,
yes. That was right. Yeah, that was bad.
I think it's the best thing you could see. It was Toba on the wall. He was just like stuck to a wall somewhere.
Yeah, I was so bitter about it though. Like, I didn't even like the video until it got like 900 likes. At the point where I was like, maybe I should jump on this channel.
And it was like a
big group of students in the maths classroom.
Yeah, it was like really covert. Like they had people patrolling the corridors.
And it was so live. Like it ended up getting like over 1,000 likes.
Who was in the Harlem Shake?
Everyone.
I was not in the
Wait, actually no, this is evidence. I was not.
And I knew that it was a music video that shouldn't have been made, and it would be shut down by the school, but there was a bit of pride there as well.
Do the Harlem Shake.
That was good.
Opening up the video, which was on the internet somewhere, the public domain, and seeing bloody Rex Okada dancing around with his enormous fake phallus, waving it around, everyone going mental. It's fake.
That was very naughty. Very, very naughty.
Wish I hadn't asked that.
Hello, Upper Sixth. I've been asked to give a few comments on your year group, so here they are. I've been asked to tell you my most memorable moment, and I think probably the best one I have is being low sixth form tutor for such a long period of time, although it turned out it was only half a year. Whether it's constantly reprimanding Curran on his appearance and not being able to do up his top button because he was so hench, or watching the awkward flirtation between the boys and the new girls in the lower sixth form. It was always a pleasure, and also when Theo deigned to furnish presents upon us, that was always a highlight as well, and in no way frustrating on a daily basis.
People probably don't realise this, but I have a very close relationship with another student in the sixth form. Sometimes I feel we're even a little bit like brothers, and that would be Cheta.
Who, his infamous rants at referees, nearly attacking a parent from St Olave's and me having to sort of wrestle him off.
In fact, I remember one house rugby match where Cheta ended up with a shirt that was in rags, and then eventually there was Cheta running around with no shirt on.
The reason why Cheta and I are so close, and this is a little secret, we actually share clothes. People probably didn't realise that, but when you finish with my trousers, Cheta, I will have them back.
Then I've got Sean. Obviously Sean was a fine, upstanding student until he got his unconditional offer from Nottingham University, and since then he's become a right pain in the keister. And he seems to be now doing this sort of bizarre thing of rock star movements in the room. So I had to explain to him, Sean, you're not going to be a rock star, you're probably going to be an accountant.
What does he do? What does he do?
He does this.
I can't believe I actually got him to do it.
Now, there's been a fair few relationships throughout our year.
Indeed there
Been-
are.
Oh,
yes, the best relationships in the year.
This is true. There's Kieran and Ella.
It's funny because I'm dating Ella.
You don't know if you still will be
at this point.
So, best relationships in the year, you got Bubbles, Hannah and Edgar, obviously, standard.
Simply the word moist.
You're a moist guy. You're so moist.
So Hannah and Edgar, I loved Hannah. Hannah was such a fun, great girl. What happened? Edgar destroyed her. I can't get over the moistness of their relationship.
Kieran and food.
Oh, Syria and Shivani. Yeah, I like that. I like Syria. Syria's like one of the loveliest guys.
Shivani, you're a dangerous girl. I wouldn't want to.
Shivani living on the edge.
Living on the edge, you know.
We have to forcibly remove Syria from her sometimes. He's like an animal.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
like attached
Yes,
to her.
quite a lot. They're all ganging up on me, so I don't know what to do, but it's genuinely not true.
Midnight Playlist.
Charlotte broke up Midnight Playlist.
Did she? No.
Gemma and Akil, of course, unfortunately, they've been torn apart.
And they're still together.
Well, yeah, but they've been torn apart.
But can we go back to Sean and Abby? Didn't you guys get off that tension?
That happened at the start of year 12.
Sometimes I feel like I feel the tension between you two.
Shall we just start on Sinead? Shall we just go in on Sinead?
Oh my god, yeah.
Shall we just start with the list?
Yes.
I believe it's double digits, isn't it, Sinead?
Yeah, so Charlie has shared a fruitful relationship with his, God knows what they'll be by the time this video goes out, potentially married.
Yeah.
So,
mother of his child.
The one and only Celine.
Impressive. Harry and Ella. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, the one and only Celine. Both known as both indecisive people about each other and their hair colour. Never stays in something for more than 2 weeks.
Joe and Nikita. Charlie and Celine still together?
Yeah.
No one knows.
We know it's ambiguous.
Joe and Nikita, they've been going out for ages. They're cute.
Hedgar.
High five! None of this would happen.
Can we just say, did the camera pick up the snort?
So my advice to you would be when picking a potential partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, is make sure that you can respect them on an intellectual and personal level, although it does really help if they're also quite fit.
Hi, after 6.
I don't really want to tell my story.
You have to.
Miss King. Shout out Miss King. Miss King, you really helped me out that day. Like, you really did. Okay.
So I'm sure everybody already knows this story, but probably potentially the worst day of my teaching career was in a Year 11 controlled assessment.
These controlled assessment, or the controlled assessment that we're doing, is 7.5% of our GCSEs, and this was back in year 10, so we'll drive. Like, 7.5 of our GCSEs, this is big.
Chad put his hand up and said, "Miss, can I go to the toilet?" And I said, "No, it's a controlled assessment, you can't leave the room."
I asked Miss, "Can I go to the toilet? Can I go to the toilet before we start this controlled assessment that we're not allowed to leave from?" That's a reasonable question, right? That's very reasonable. And she says, "No." So I'm like, okay, cool, fair enough. Just hold it in. So I didn't know this controlled assessment was for the whole of the hour.
And about 30 seconds later, there was just this trickling noise.
It just came out.
And I looked up, and he looked up, and we both made eye contact. Both of us knew what was happening.
And I look up, and I see Timothy Goldberg. Shout out, Tim. I love you, bro. And so he's looking at me like, "Cheddar, man, you don't."
And I walked into the English office, and I think I must have cried for about 40 minutes because I felt mortified. So, Jatari, I'm sorry, but I think it's made us better people.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
What else? Talk about George James's year 7 moment.
Who can forget?
I'm pretty sure most people in our year will remember the infamous cricket bat incident.
Yeah, but tell us about the cricket
Nice
bat.
chap,
George, as well. Or maybe someone else will. What did he do?
Right, so
George James incident. George James incident.
When was this? This was year 7.
Summer term.
Summer term.
Year 7 playground. In the corner. Who smashed his bat?
Who smashed his
Who
bat?
was it? Well, surprise.
And George James had brought 2 cricket bats into school, hadn't he?
Yeah, he brought in a really old cricket bat. Just
His
like
grandfather's. He'd been through the war.
His grandfather's. It had been
Why are you using the deflecting
It was
on
in
Chelsea?
Hiroshima. It had been everywhere. This cricket.
Well, after denting his prized 30-year-old £300 cricket bat.
It's been in the family for ages.
For longer than he's been alive.
But yeah, he brings in this really old cricket bat and he's showing it off to everybody. And then he says, I'm going off to lunch, I'm going to leave this cricket bat here. Do not touch this cricket bat.
And no one touched the cricket bat.
We didn't touch the cricket bat. I don't know how that scratch got
Certainly
there.
I didn't touch it.
Wasn't there a certain Mr. Doswell smashing it on the ground? Oh no, that was the other one.
It swung pretty well.
Yeah.
He sent him into a fit of rage, it did. And he proceeded to snap the handle off the novelty toy cricket bat.
He goes absolutely crazy.
I mean, I've seen him go crazy, and it's not.
He
like
became
explosion,
less
but
than
he
human
exploded.
at that point.
I saw Satan in his eyes.
And proceeded to wield it as a dagger for a good 45 minutes.
He takes this mini cricket bat, he snaps it to form like a shank, starts running up to people.
I think that day everyone can remember he constructed a hit list of people. Aaron Messiah being the top of it.
He grabs Aaron Messiah, puts it there and goes, do you want to die? Your name's going on the list! I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna kill him!
Oh my god. He literally just point people out. He'd be like, you're on my list. Jesus Christ. I have to say my name went on the list. Anybody else say
Yeah.
my name?
Who was on the list?
I'm on the list.
I was definitely on the list.
Jesus.
It's bringing back flashbacks, I don't think I can do it.
Anyway, the situation ended when the cricket bat was taken and thrown in the bin. And it was nothing more exciting than that.
I mean, I think we know that we didn't get wind of that because George is still in the school.
Because it would be an attempted murder.
Yeah. You don't want to annoy George James.
No, yeah.
Hi, I'm George, the actor who played George in this reconstruction. I'd like to issue a formal apology for the events that happened 6 years ago. I'm definitely a changed man.
George is gay!
Right, you little
Anyway, basically I was walking to write study and I was just got up from the desk bit and went to go on a computer, but instead of going onto the computer I literally went full flat on my face into the computer. Then from the computer I dropped to the ground.
But she tried to like pretend.
But I tried to save it.
Because she just like lied there. So I didn't know whether you were trying to pretend you had like a fit or a seizure.
There was a loud noise, there was a bang. I just laid there
Paul
and
turned around.
Paul,
and we all
Demi,
just felt it.
all the other 6 boys. I've been there about. Joe wasn't there. I need you to stop saying that. But I was literally been there. I've been there for like a week, tops a week, and I'd already stacked it in front of all of the other 6, which was great.
That's one of my favourite.
Great fun for me.
So have you spoken about all the memes?
The what memes?
All the memes throughout the years. You should have done that.
What was the meme?
Oh, there was the one Loads with of the one with Cameron.
and the netball team.
What was the caption?
It was like,
Someone's
even hard
taking back in time.
Yeah. And then, like, someone else got a bit annoyed.
I retaliated. How did you get annoyed? It was probably me and Izzy.
Yeah.
How did we retaliate though? I swear we went.
Yeah. We were talking about making memes.
Like an extra
we were
chromosome.
talking.
And then everyone made loads.
And then I did it. I made like
even
4.
Summersby doesn't remove that extra chromosome.
That was a funny one.
Cameron's netball team memes, the Summersby memes.
Got Andrew's memes. Sorry.
Oh God, yeah.
The friend zone memes.
Let's cut to a clip.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping.
Let's talk about Robertson.
Robbo as well.
Mr.
Robbo,
Robertson.
everyone loves Robbo.
Mr. Robertson has been such a good help.
He's such a lad.
Private study.
Oh yeah.
One room! No, because the one room! And only under the library, yes, the one room!
There's one room that is devoted to silence, forgetting all the times you have to be silent in class and the library. But apart from that, there's only one room, gents, and make sure you remember that there's only one room!
How many rooms are there devoted to complete and utter silence?
Just one room.
Is there a library? 2 rooms.
2 rooms, Nick.
It perplexes me how people continue to talk in the one room. The one room.
One room, gents.
The one
Just
room.
one room. Yeah.
Where there is silence.
And you have all the other rooms available to you, except for when they're locked, when they're closed, and someone like doesn't let you go in.
Yeah, basically all the time. We have no rooms available to us. Like we have the canteen.
But no, it's alright because if you don't go to eat something, just go to the common. Oh wait, we don't have a common.
Oh yeah, we can go to the creche. Oh no, wait, there is no creche.
Wait, I don't know.
Something.
One school that has a creche. The common room made sense. The creche makes sense.
If you put that in, I'll punch you in the face.
You can't say like
If you put that in as well, I will punch you twice in the face.
I also remember vividly in, I think it was in 7, when Azhar got his arm stuck down the back of the radiator. Only Azhar could do that, really, I think.
Can we also do some Reese's impressions of teachers? Go on then. Can I do the impression, then we have to guess who it is?
The impression that you can guess who it is. I'm really, really impressed with the uniform. I've been walking around and you look like you're going to a meeting really spot on. Ladies! I've been looking at some of the skirts recently. The lengths have been going up and up a bit. And I just want to sit here and let you think about what the length of your skirt says about you.
Mr. Watkin, can you do Mr. Watkin?
Yes, it's not hard. What should I say?
Joe Quant.
Mr. Quant. Mr. Quant.
We have got to have had the best student leadership team that we have ever had in this school. So you guys are my favourites.
We can be quite funny. I don't mean to like, you know.
We.
Yeah, okay. We 2 out of 7 sometimes.
Usually, yeah, basically 2 or 3 people will provide all the banter, and then we. I think we know who the 2 or 3 people are.
Me.
And that's why Johnny won for them. You were not. What about that time Tim got angry at George?
No, that's
we
all
had Tim bitch slapped George. That on GFE was great.
Explain.
Basically, George really pissed him off. And then what he did afterwards was like, oh, I'm sorry for pissing you off, Tim. I'm really, really sorry. And Tim got really angry because it was George's personal mission to make Tim as angry as possible because he's the most passive in the group. And just Tim went out and actually bitch slapped him. You could hear the contact.
It's quite beautiful.
It was really good.
Genuinely, I think the day of Fashion and Talent, the evening, like when it actually happened, well, when was it? The 6th of February, I think, Friday. And then it was basically, it was probably the best. It was probably the best evening I've had in this school. Like the feeling that you get after finishing Fashion and Talent, and I wasn't even in it. I was just, helping out with.
Just helping out.
Yeah.
No big part. Just helping out. Just a little
it was it was great. Like the way we pulled together in the end, and there was some like really epic moments throughout the show. So yeah, no, I remember the best moments being. I remember Jamal and Reese's dance. Oh, that was awesome. I love watching that. Reese just stopped dancing. I love watching that in rehearsal. Seeing seeing that in the real thing as well, and then that was really good. And I remember, where was it at the end? Was it the end of the Dancing Through the Ages, which was basically our best theme? That was it. Chester and Jamal came out, and then Ella came out, and then the whole crowd just went like what? And then that was a really nice way to end the show.
Funniest moment of WCGS. It's got to be Davies being knocked out by a cricket ball.
Mr. McGregor was going through a period of applying for his house leadership position, and obviously he was doing all that he could to impress me. We had an away fixture at Emmanuel in lovely grounds, and there I was umpiring at one end.
One of us hits the 4, which is the best achievement of the day, so we're all cheering. Davies is umpiring, he keeps his cool, waits for the opponent to throw the ball back in. And someone stupidly shouts, "Big arm" from the boundary. The guy chucks it as hard as he can.
I managed to expertly land it on the back of my head.
And you just see him crumple to the floor.
And the sudden and rapid cricket ball to the back of the head made me fall to the floor. Rory, without fear or trepidation, rushed straight up to me, picked up my phone from the floor, and immediately dialed 999.
So we run on, ready to call an ambulance. I was standing around him, just looking at him, as lying on the floor.
Which was no doubt to the amusement of Brownie, AB, Michael, and anyone else that was there that day.
We turn around, and Tom Brown's just lying on the floor laughing.
Having phoned the ambulance up directly, had a brief moment on hold before describing the location. Luckily, Rory is a local to Emmanuel, so he knows the address very, very well, and voiced his concerns very heavily down the phone to the ambulance. Until the point where I was helped back up, said I was all right, and proceeded just to hang up and say, "Oh no, don't worry about it," on my phone. So Rory effectively prank called an ambulance with my phone number. Such was his attempt to brown-nose his way into a position of house leadership and show his apparent concern for me.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
It didn't work. There were a wide range of procedures that were gone through.
The one thing I would say, one bit of advice I would say is think carefully about what you do and think about leaving your footprint on the world in a really positive way.
I think there are some people in your year group who are really going to go on to do amazing things. I mean, I think we could have future world leaders and, you know, big CEOs of massive corporations earning loads and loads of money. So I just want to say, you know, particularly those in my form, remember your loving form tutor who's always supported you, and, you know, stay in touch, I suppose, if you become rich and famous one day. If you don't, then that's okay.
Maybe sign something for us.
Yeah. I think I should get like Chris Rajan to sign a picture for me, and I'll keep that and sell it one day when he's famous.
Having gone through this last year, I'd say put it into perspective. Like, you've got about 2-3 months now just to work hard, put everything that you've been learning over the last couple of years onto that bit of paper in the exam. You will have one of the best summers this year that you'll have in your life, and you will enjoy it so much more if you have no regrets.
Drink like a fish, don't do drugs.
Yeah, good advice.
Stay away from the drugs.
Don't know what's in them.
All I'd say, the advice I'd give you is don't mix the grape and the grape. Don't explain what that means.
What does that mean, sir?
Don't mix your drinks, you fool. You know?
Okay.
If you're going to set out on a night out for your mash-up of having your beer, you know, so then you stick to that, stick to it. Then don't get to the point about 1 o'clock in the morning. Think, now this is a really good idea. That's a really good idea. This has never been done before in the history of drinking. Now I'll drink my 10 pints of beer. Now I'll go on to wine, or I'll move on to the spirits. It's a foolish move. It's been done before. Don't do it. Well, you're going to do it anyway, but you don't repeat it again and again and again, because there's only so many times you can wake up in a bush before people start asking questions.
from personal experience.
Yes, that personal experience then.
Well, yes, when I woke up in the bush at the 1998 World Cup.
Just what you lights will guide.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger, pushing each other to the limits. We were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me, cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. Only see my goals, I don't believe in failure, cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
Just briefly, sort of, when you think back on our year, say in 10 years' time, what's the sort of one or two things that you're really going to remember?
One or two things in 10 years' time. Jamal will be the thing that I will remember for both good and for bad, because it was, obviously the worst week of so many of our lives, but to remember him as an individual and remember what he brought to us as a community, what he brought to people that he was around, his ability to light up a room, his aura, his passion, and his ability to just be fantastic.
Here's a new place, here are new faces, and yet you are all that I see. There is your t-shirt, there is your jacket, and that's how your hair used to be.
One part of the reason he loved WCGS so much is because of the friends that he made, and I can honestly say, like, I was lucky enough to be able to see him grow up across the years from year 7 to year 12 and watch the love that he had for all of you and for his school blossom deeply.
Toast to the good times, the new and the old. Sharing the night, we all laughed till we cried at the stories and jokes that you told.
If he was here, I'm sure I would have seen him during the Easter break go to some mad party and be gassed. And it probably wouldn't have been his first night out either. Knowing him, he would have gone out the very day that he turned 18. And he would have just been very excited. But then not only would he be projecting his high on life persona onto everyone around him, which he always did, but I probably would have seen him working extremely hard, harder than myself, ensuring that he was able to get into his dream university because he was just so excited to start the next chapter of his life, and that's what university was for him. It was the next chapter.
Walk out and leave, but I hear your voice as you made your choice and said, this is the life for me. We hear your laugh in the stories we tell. Remember your smile as you waved us farewell.
Because he cared so much about you all, like, he would have wanted you to do well and for you to feel safe and comfortable and happy. Which I guess it makes sense as to why he was elected captain of crew, because I honestly feel, I could see it. He honestly wanted to make everyone experience the kind of comradeship that he felt amongst his peers, amongst all of you, and to give back to his school.
For all of my life, I'll love you for all of my life.
He will live with me forever, and the response of people here will live with me forever, from all of you, and the support that I got from the people who knew Jamal, and the support that you gave to each other will be, and it will never leave me. And wherever I go, whoever I'm with, that will always be in my sort of, it'll always be in my thoughts.
And like I said, he cared about you all. And when he cared about someone, he always encouraged people that he cared about to strive for their goals, do the best to make their life as amazing as possible, and enjoy life while doing so. So do it. Make sure that all of you do it. Not only because Jamal would have wanted you to do it, but because you all deserve the very best in life. So I wish all of you well, and I'm sure Jamal would have wished you well.
Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mind, 'cause the thoughts in my head keep playing back the times when we used to speak, when we used to laugh, when we used to joke, the good times we had when we used to smile. Oh, the thought of you just makes me happy. Sometimes I try to find a way to move on, just forget that day. It's not as simple as I thought, easier said than when done. The memory keeps lingering in my mind and my heart. A friend I knew now I've lost, a dream I didn't awake from, just turned into a nightmare now it's tearing me apart. It's tearing me apart.
What hurts is never even got,
never even had the chance to finish what we planned.
whoever would have thought,
Who'd have known, who'd have guessed it'd turn out this way.
the days I live are
Though they
painful.
hurt to think I'll never see your face again. And I miss you, I miss you,
and I miss you.
Sometimes I try to find a way to move on, just forget that day. It's not as simple as I thought, easier said than when done. The memory keeps lingering in my mind and my heart. A friend I knew now I've lost, a dream I didn't awake from, just turned into a nightmare now it's tearing me apart. It's tearing me apart. Every day I think about you, not a day you don't cross my mind. All the time I think about who or what you'd have been if you were still alive. Every day I think about you, not a day you don't cross my mind. All the time I think about who or what you'd have been if you were still alive. Jamal, we think about you, not a day you don't cross our minds. All the time we think about who or what you'd have been if you were still alive. Jamal, we think about you, not a day you don't cross our minds. All the time we think about who or what you'd have been if you were still alive.
I just want to say that the way the guys dealt with what happened in Canada while they were in Canada and when they got home just really shows the character of that group of boys. And if they can take the memory of Jamal with them for the rest of their lives and make sure that gets them to strive forward, to reach their goals, like Jamal always just works so hard. If they can take that with them, then they'll go a long way.
Yeah, I mean, like Mr. Johnson said, it's sort of having not been on the tour and sort of hearing all what happened and how they dealt with it was like, true credit to them as individuals. And I think obviously you can realise how sort of short life is, and if you go through life and sort of think, oh, if only I've done this, I've only done that, then obviously you're always going to have those in the back of your mind. So I think the only big thing for me would be just take everything with two hands and go for it, and just put everything into it, and what will be will be. But yeah, don't miss out on anything. Sort of put everything into it.
Yeah, take every opportunity as it comes. Probably for me, say it quite a lot, but there's no substitute for hard work.
Do not change the person that you are. I think, always stay yourself, always stay true to yourself, and just stay honest, loyal. I think you are all amazing people, and you acquired very good skills here at school and throughout your life here and outside school as well, I'm sure. So just keep being yourself, and I'm sure everything will be fine for you. Yeah.
I have no doubt that you will all do this, but I sincerely hope that you'll seize every opportunity as it's presented to you and seek out ones that aren't presented to you. All the best for everything that lies ahead. I'm sure you'll be successful in everything you do.
My advice for university would be to be yourself, don't try and be anybody else. Start to grow into your character and the way that you want to operate, and get involved in stuff. You guys have been amazing when you've been here getting involved in things. Don't let that stop. Play sport, get involved in clubs and societies, because that is the best way to meet people, and it's the best way to basically have fun while you're at university. University is tough, and if you don't find time to have fun, you won't get the most out of it. So that would be my piece of advice, and best wishes for the future.
I've got Aesop's Fables on my wall, if that helps.
Adventure's worthwhile?
Adventure is worthwhile, that is a good one. I would say that top one, middle for you guys. United we stand, divided we fall. As I say, you are one of the tightest, most united group of friends I've ever seen in my life, and never, ever lose that. That is my piece of advice.
And I suppose the final thing is, I'm a bit guilty of this sometimes in my job, is that I have to be kind of like the person who can be a bit negative and a bit draconian, because as a head of year you're always kind of, one of your jobs is to kind of make sure that people are doing things they should be doing. And that doesn't really, I would say, reflect my character. And sometimes I annoy myself in the sense that I have to be negative with you guys when actually I'm quite a positive person. And that would be my biggest piece of advice to all of you, is whatever you do in life, be positive about it. Look for positives everywhere, because people will love you if you're positive, and people won't love you if you're negative. Be happy and give everything your all, and you will be successful, because you're all amazingly bright, charming individuals. So yeah.
If you enjoyed your time at Wallington, you should have. It's a great place, it's a great school. Your school years are the best years of your life. For your future, well, here, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I noticed, said this: just remember, you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. Thanks, Arnie.
Remember where you came from. Okay, this school is great. The things that you've learned in this school, okay, may not appeal to you at time, but one thing for sure is, as you're maturing up, going to university, remember, okay, that life is not all about just having fun. You also need to study and make sure you make it out there.
And if anybody's ever in sunny Milan, please say hello, drop me a line, and all the best, enjoy yourselves, and bye.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the very, very special things about school is that you've actually grown up together, and you do go through experiences which bind you together. And I know we both do. We regularly see friends of ours from sixth form now, and it's one of the real kind of pleasures I take in life is seeing what all my mates who are sat here, we had this experience 10, 15 years ago, seeing what everyone's gone on to go and do, and meeting up with them and catching up with them, having that massive kind of shared heritage. And I think that's probably the biggest thing I took from school, and I hope that none of you ever lose that.
It's a very, very unique and very, very special place, and the people that you have grown close to over the last 7 years, they should be your friends for a long, long time. And though you may go to various different corners of the country, do stay in touch and do regularly meet up with each other, and do 10, 15, 20 years down the line recount all of the fun stuff that you did over your time here. I mean, for the truly saddest of reasons, you guys have one reason to bond you all together, but more than any other year group that I'll ever go through this school. And it's for that reason that it's even more important that you realise how close you've all come, especially over the last year, and you must not give that up. Arguably, you've survived the hardest thing that you'll ever have to do, ever. The emotional drain it's put on you at a young age means that everything else for you going forward should be easy, it should be a breeze. So don't forget that this is your school. Hopefully you feel we've been there for you through this time. Don't be a stranger, we'd like to hear from you. We will welcome you back. We will help you in the future if there's anything you need. And you will always have a part in our rich history. So never ever forget what you've built here together.
I just want to finish by saying it's been absolutely amazing and such a privilege, and I'm so proud to have been associated with you guys. If you look around the room now and look at all the people surrounding you and think about all the happy memories that you've had over the last 7 years, there's definitely been some challenges, but I hope that you leave this place with the fondest of memories, because I certainly will have the best memories of you guys. You've given me probably what will be the 4 best years of my career. I certainly can't think of another year group who have made me so proud, so happy, so upset at times, and I will miss every single one of you very, very dearly over the next year or so, and this place certainly won't be the same without all of you. You're brilliant, and yeah, best of luck for the future. Enjoy university and have amazing lives, you deserve it.